Hello friends, welcome to this video of Microsoft Excel in which we are going to discuss the color scale conditional formatting. To understand this color scale conditional formatting, we have this data set here in which we have COVID situation as on 15th of September 2020 in India. So we have name of different states, their population, their daily testing status, their daily confirmed cases on this particular date. And based on these three data, we have calculated tests per million, cases per million, and test positivity rate, that is TPR. So now we'll use this particular dataset to understand how this color scale conditional formatting functions. After that, we'll also discuss the options available in this conditional formatting as well as how to utilize this color scale for our day-to-day analysis and overall monitoring of the data. Now in conditional formatting, when we go to the color scales, there are two different type of color scale conditional formatting is there. One is two color scale conditional formatting, another one is three color scale conditional formatting. So now to understand that particular type of conditional formatting, we'll just prepare a data set here where we have some data ranging from 1 to 20, right? So just a sec. Mm, okay. So we have just this simple data where we have number 1 to 20. Now first we will try to apply the two scale conditional formatting. So here we can see when we apply two color scales, we have two extreme color coding, that is for minimum and maximum value. Here we have green color for the minimum level and a yellow color for the maximum level. And as the value ranges between them, the color gradient would change from green to yellow. So basically the two color scale has gradient or giving the gradient to a particular cell based on the value in that particular cell in relation to the value ranges of the selected range, right? Now suppose we do the same thing with three color scale. Here we can see we have two different color coding for minimum maximum similar to two color coding scales and one additional color coding for a middle value, right? So this middle value would be having a separate color coding. So one color gradient would be from the minimum to the middle point and another color gradient would be from the middle point to the maximum one. So that is three color scale conditional formatting. So now we'll see what are the various options that are available to change the setting in this color scales, right? So we are removing this one. If you see here, initial six are three color gradient scales and next six one are two color scales, two color gradient scales, right? And the color are already mentioned in the notification or pop-ups that you see here, green, yellow, red. So red would be for the minimum, yellow for the middle one, and green for the maximum one. Okay, so first we'll see the options available for color gradient in two color scale. So we have given this color coding here. We go in manage rule and edit rule. What you can see here, we have minimum and maximum value setups, right? By default, it comes to the lowest value and highest value, but we may change this minimum and maximum as per our requirement. So it can be a number, percent, a formula, or a percentile. Similarly, for the highest value or sorry maximum value, we can give a number, percent, formula, or percentile, and we can also change the color here as per our need. So suppose I want a lowest value here, suppose as a number, that is 5, and a highest value, a number, that is 15. So what would happen now that all the value below 5 would be given this particular level or color, and all the value above 15 would be given this particular color green, and in between value between 5 and 15 would be given a gradient color. So you can see here all the value of 5 and below are having same color, all the value above and equal to 15 are having same value, and in between values are having gradient. So it will consider only this range for providing any gradient color. Now, if we apply 3 color scale, go to manage and go to edit, we have another thing, that is a midpoint. As we discussed initially, we can also denote a midpoint color grading here, right? So as in 2 point color scale, we are having different setting for minimum and maximum. Similarly, we have also a setting for midpoint in this particular 3 color scale conditional formatting, and you can also denote a particular color for that as well. So right now, suppose it is at 50 percentile. If I change it to 80 percentile, right? So this yellow point would move towards the downside, and it will move to this 16, because 16 would be the 80th percentile in this range, right? So that's how this 3 color scale formatting works. Now, one additional thing that we need to consider here is, when we change highest or lowest value for a particular range in 3 color scale, we need to have the same parameter for midpoint as well. Suppose I want to have 15 as highest number. Now, as 15 is the maximum number for green color coding, and we have given a midpoint at 80th percentile, which is number 16 in this particular range of 1 to 20. So it will be having some conflict and may generate uh, the gradient, which would not be easier to read or interpret. So suppose we apply this thing here. Now what would happen? Though 15 is the maximum value, as we have set in the setting here, it has not been denoted with green color. And similarly, the 16 number is also having some gradient between this yellow and green color, right? So this is difficult to interpret, right? So that's why whenever we change minimum or maximum value, we should use the same parameter for the midpoint as well. So for midpoint, preferably, we should use some number we can go for 10, right? So now what would happen if we apply this here? You can see midpoint, that is 10, has been given a yellow color, 15 has been given the green color, and all the value above that 15 has been given a green color. The gradient is between 1 to 15, right? So this would help us to understand or interpret this data. So that is one of the setting that needs to be take care for. Okay. So now we will understand how we can utilize this conditional formatting for our analysis as well as routine monitoring of data. For that, we will utilize this particular data set where we have tests per million, cases per million, and TPR. Now, obviously, tests per million, if it would be higher, it would be good, and if it is lower, that should be improved or that needs to be improved. So, here we are using 3 color scale where higher number would be given green coding and lower number would be given red coding, and in between value would be having yellow coding. Similarly, for the case per million, as we know, more cases per million is a adverse thing, and that's why we will be giving the inverse kind of color coding. So where higher cases per million would be given a red code, and lower cases per million would be given a green code. And similar for the TPR as well. If the TPR is high, that's a adverse thing, and lower TPR, test positivity rate, is a good thing. So now, as we have given color coding to all these 3 columns, we can interpret the data based on this outcome. Suppose like here we can see that 23, which is the highest TPR in this range. You can see that the main reason for that is higher cases per million compared to test per million. Though test per million is in orange range, but still cases per million is main cause of concern in this high TPR. So we need to have more focus on cases per million. Similarly, you can see here as well. This is above mid-range TPR, with higher cases per million but good tests per million, right? So the reason of higher TPR is mainly higher number of cases, and that indicates that there is higher transmission or communicability of this particular infection in that population. So uh, first focus should be to contain the transmission of that particular infection. Conversely, if you see here, the TPR is in mid to high range. It is 11 percentage, but the main cause of concern here is tests per million rather than cases per million, right? So we need to increase the tests per million, and eventually it will help us to bring down the TPR, though cases per million might increase somewhat because of that, but the main concern here is tests per million. So though both of the things, number of tests per million and cases per million, are important thing, but this color gradient will help us to identify the place where we need to focus our efforts, right? So that is how we can use this particular conditional formatting in various ways. Additional thing, by using this maximum point, we can also identify the states which are having higher TPR, right? So suppose generally what we have is like maximum allowable TPR, or the TPR above which we should take some action. We routinely have this kind of number or cutoff, right? So suppose we have 5 percentage as this, sorry, particular cutoff value where we want to have this action. So if any state is having more than 5% TPR, it should be taken care of, right? So what we can do is we can go into manage rule, edit, and as a highest value, we can either give a particular number like 0.05 directly, or what we can do is we can select this particular cell to give a relative value. So in future, if we like, we can change that value as well, right? And we need to also change the number here as well, right? So what we can do is either we can directly give 0.025 as the midpoint, or we can create additional value here, like we initially select this particular cell, remove this one, right? And we give it as a midpoint. So we can have another data that is midpoint TPR, or you can say action level TPR, etc., right? And I would say it can be 2.5 percentage, and we do this. Okay, this is 3 percentage because decimal has been removed, right? So now 2.5 is some action level TPR, where above that it would be showing midpoint to max point gradient, and below that action level TPR, that is below 2.5, it will showing gradient between minimum level to midpoint level, right? So this 2 and 1 all are towards the lower side, and 2.5 to 5 are towards the higher side, and more than 5 would be uniformly shown the red color, right? And one more thing, sometimes what happen that if you would have data like this, even though it is being shown as 5, but in actual it is 4.6, and that's why it is being shown as a gradient color, right? So this kind of visible things might happen when you analyze the data. So I hope this would be useful to you in routine monitoring and data analysis of your data. If you have learned something new, kindly like the video and share it. Kindly share your comments and the things that you want to see in this channel, or you have some queries, kindly post it in the comment section. Kindly subscribe the channel to receive all the updates and videos of this channel. Thank you.